I went to law school to become a district attorney. That's all I ever wanted to do. I interviewed for the job, and it just so happened when I went there with the one suit that I had, I was lucky enough that when I got in on the interview, I was a former cab driver, and the dispatcher of the cabs was the chief of homicide, and he recognized me. And of course, that was a good in. And ultimately, I became a district attorney in Philadelphia prosecuting criminals for any number of crimes. I was a district attorney for about 6.5 years. I also became a deputy attorney general for the state of Pennsylvania prosecuting Medicaid fraud, prosecuted the first doctor in Pennsylvania history. It was a front page case, and it was my first trial, and we did successfully convict him. And I also was cross-designated as a United States attorney briefly because of my Medicaid work, which involved federal and state monies. So with prosecutorial experience, I expected that that would be my life's ambition. I had no interest in doing anything but that. And when I came to California, circumstances arose that caused me to be in a civil environment as opposed to a criminal environment because, frankly, I didn't pass the bar. And without passing the bar, which I didn't realize was so difficult here, you can't go into court. So I couldn't be a district attorney even though I had been hired to be a district attorney here. And I became exposed to civil practice. A short stint that I had in a defense firm as a defense lawyer working on behalf of Squibb, I was defending diethylstilbestrol cases, DES cases, and ultimately that drug was widely acknowledged to have caused the problems that it caused. It was removed from the market, and many of the people who were affected were compensated. This caused me to sympathize much more substantially with the plaintiff's lawyer. I never met him, but I read the transcripts on a case he lost, and then I read the transcripts on a case he won. His perseverance encouraged me to go and work on behalf of the victim as opposed to the institution. It goes back to, I think, my reason for becoming a lawyer, my decision to pursue the law in the first place. I always understood this profession to be one that would work hard on behalf of an underdog, fight against whatever odds were set before them, and reach the proper result regardless of the disparate sides' resources.